Hey, crypto family. So it's good to see we had a nice rally today. I'm sure this rally caught a lot of people by surprise, especially Ethereum. It's up over 14% to $216. The shorts for Ethereum were at an all-time high and they kept rising over the past couple of weeks. So it's great to see, at least we got some bullish action and hopefully some people did catch some profit on that. I know I wasn't as bullish on it, but again, it's great to see it is on the upside right now. Bitcoin's up 2.28%. It's at $6,564. And then you have Ripple up 3.6%, Bitcoin Cash up 6%, and the rest of the altcoins up about the same. So again, good to see some of this bullish action. Looking at Bitcoin here, I mentioned yesterday that it needs to break this 50-day moving average on the 4-hour chart, to have some bullish action. And that's exactly what it did. It broke through that and it's continued to stay above that 50-day moving average and actually just stay below the 200-day moving average of about 6,600. So this is the next resistance point. If it breaks through this, then we're looking at the 128-day moving average of about 6,750. So again, that's going to be the next resistance point if we can break this 6,600. Now, the RSI is really overbought. And not to mention that on the TD sequential chart, this was a green 9. So that means this next candle is possibly a reversal candle. So there's a strong possibility for that happening. So again, always set your stops, take profit accordingly because you never know if this could reverse to the downside. But it seems like Bitcoin has some momentum. So, we'll have to see if we can break through this 200-day moving average level and continue to the upside from there. Now, one of the other things I want to point out as well is there's a guy here. His name is Big Chonas. He's on Twitter. And he said, note when the weekly RSI was unable to hold above 45 area in 2014, it brought in a prolonged bear market. We are currently flirting with the same area. So basically 2014 was when we had the huge bear market in Bitcoin. And you can see here that on the weekly RSI, it was at about a 45 and it couldn't break over that. Well, right now it's about the same level. And if we can't break over this 45 level on the RSI, then we could be seen as, continuing to the downside. So again, that's going to be a battle between the bears and the bulls to see who will win on this. But, always good to have both sides and just be ready if it does, turn to the downside, always set your stops accordingly. Now, going over some news articles for today. One of them is actually by Binance CEO CZ, and he says crypto market will absolutely grow 1,000x and more. So if you remember one of my videos I made on Vitalik Buterin and how he claimed that cryptos aren't going to see 1,000x growth again, and I mentioned why he's wrong. Well, pretty much CZ, what he says crypto still has room to grow by more than 1,000 times in the years to come. And basically CZ says that cryptocurrency market can still grow as cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum reach mainstream adoption. He said, I still disagree with this. I will say crypto will absolutely grow 1,000x and more. Just reaching USD market cap will give it close to 1,000x. That's just one currency with severely restricted use case. And the derivatives market is so much bigger. So basically what he's saying is, if the United States fully adopts cryptocurrencies and gets to the mainstream, that is a huge market, as well as the derivative market, which is trillions of dollars, traded globally. And if cryptocurrencies can reach those markets, then, that will give it the boost it needs to have that another 1,000x growth. And he said, CZ explained that a 1,000-fold increase in price can be portrayed as an unrealistic target if it is evaluated based on the traditional market size, implying that the cryptocurrency market could surpass the traditional finance market. He says, you also can't use traditional market size to measure potential for new technologies or industries. If you used the taxi market size to estimate Uber's potential, you'd be off by quite a bit. So pretty much what he's saying is you can't look at old technology and compare it to new technology because Uber, was a company that came out of nowhere and competed with taxis who people thought, no one could beat the taxi market. Uber came and beat them. And now Uber, is pretty much the pinnacle right now for, taxi services and rental car services. So it's great to see, that comparison and basically how much more growth new technology can have versus that old technology. And again, that would make cryptocurrencies a $200 trillion market cap, basically meaning it'd be utilized as the main source of payment, and every merchant in the world would be utilizing cryptocurrencies over credit cards and cash. So again, that gives you another perspective. You have two sides to this. And while, 200 trillion market cap is very, very optimistic, I do see a lot of growth in cryptocurrencies in the future. And as more mainstream adoption happens, banks make custodial pretty much security for their investors to keep their cryptocurrencies. I mean, you're going to have more and more people flowing into the crypto market. So again, just another perspective to show you how much growth is still available. And last but not least is an article by Cointelegraph, and it says Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz calls crypto price bottom. Now, I know you've heard of Mike Novogratz. He was a hedge fund manager, really popular person, real pro Bitcoin. And basically, what he says here is he's the CEO of the investment firm Galaxy Digital Capital Management. And he claims that cryptocurrency prices have hit a bottom in a tweet today, September 13th. Now, the measurement that he used to determine this was the Bloomberg Galaxy Crypto Index, which is designed to measure the performance of the largest cryptocurrencies traded in US dollars. He said it retouched the highs of late last year and the point of acceleration that led to the massive rally/bubble. So basically, he says, I think we put in a low yesterday, retouched the highs of late last year. Markets like to retrace to the breakout. We retraced the whole of the bubble. So basically saying we retraced all that we can retrace, the whole of the bubble, and the only way to go from here is up. Now, I do see what he's saying here, but again, this times are different right now in the retracements for Bitcoin. There's a lot more players involved than there was, early in 2014. So it's really hard to say if we did hit the bottom recently or not. But again, if we did hit the bottom, that's great. But if not, just be prepared, because really no one knows where the bottom is at. And the best thing to do is just take profits along the way and set your stops to preserve them. So again, this is just, another side of, people that are optimistic right now for the market, which, as you can see, I mean, everything is green right now. So, it's easy to see why people are optimistic, but just always, play devil's advocate and be ready in case we do have a downturn. But with that, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, thanks for watching.